I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And Herbert going to slide to his stop, and he has a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running on first down, Eckler. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit. It
seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is RG3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And Breida loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are two words that we hear, Coach. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. You take it right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after here coming up. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Griffin. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But this is also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Griffin. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Griffin. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here, Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they have a 1st down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Herbert. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Breida on a toss left. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Griffin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Griffin. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Let's go, let's go.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Griffin. He's got his tight end fan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Griffin's throw into the hands of Fan. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action. Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Griffin. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, you had... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. 2nd and 11 now. On the give, this is Eckler. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And some room to roam now. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big gain there on 3rd and long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Griffin. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the... There he goes, right side! Touchdown, L.A.! Austin Eckler, 47 yards. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Now it's Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.